good morning. It's time for Money Talk Radio Show presented by our friends at NuMark Credit Union. Today, we're going to talk about feeding hope with the Northern Illinois Food Bank. I want to remind you that the school year is almost here, meaning more extracurriculars and carpooling. That's right. It might be time for a new car to keep up with it all. Let NuMark Credit Union help you with an auto loan and rates as low as 5.25 APR, or refinance your loan so you can do more with your money this back-to-school season. Stop by your nearest NuMark branch or visit NuMarkCU.org. That's NuMarkCU.org to learn more. Coming up at the end of this program, we're going to give you a $25 Visa gift card, at least give you a chance to win a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark Credit Union. What we're going to do is have a conversation with our guest today, and then we'll take one bit of information, turn that into a question, and take the first correct caller on the Turk Furniture studio line at 815-254-7300, and you could walk out with a $25 Visa gift card. Tiffany King is the special events and promotions manager with the Northern Illinois Food Bank, and she joins us here this morning. Good morning, Tiffany.
Hi, Scott. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having time today for us. We like talking to you guys. We do it a couple, 2-3 times a year, courtesy of NuMark, and other times as well. So we appreciate you having some time for us. Tiffany, let's talk a little bit about your role personally at Northern Illinois Food Bank. What is it that you do? Just get the word out, among other things, I'm sure.
Yeah, I started with the food bank in 2011 on the fundraising team, focusing on events, and kind of morphed my way through the organization. I still work on the fundraising team, and I'm still focusing on events. So I get to do our 4 signature fundraising events that take place throughout the year. And just knowing that what we do every day is helping local neighbors with just the most basic yet crucial need is really what has kept me with the organization for about 14 years.
It's got to be fulfilling also.
It is. It's a lot of fun. It's fun and it's hard work.
It is, because hunger isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
No. In fact, we're continuing to see an increase in visits from our neighbors more and more every day.
Yeah. For those who aren't familiar with the Northern Illinois Food Bank, could you give us an idea of what it is, who you serve, and the different locations that you have, because this is a vast network.
Sure. Yeah. Northern Illinois Food Bank, we are a member of Feeding America, and we provide food and assistance to over 570,000 individuals every single month in the Northern Illinois community. So we service 13 counties. And we have 4 distribution sites, one in Rockford, Lake Forest, Joliet, and Geneva.
And that location in Joliet is located on Larkin Avenue, if I am not mistaken.
It is, yes. And you can find that and volunteer opportunities there on the website. Yeah,
keywords there to volunteer opportunities. Let's talk specifically about NuMark Credit Union. They've been a proud supporter of the food bank. Take us back to how this first started.
Well, you're right. NuMark has been such a great supporter of the food bank for years in our mission. The partnership began actually about a decade ago when NuMark expressed interest in engaging their members and colleagues in the mission. And so they originally formed a team to participate in our Fight Hunger race, which was then called the Foodie 5K. And the partnership has just really grown to what it is today. And they are very involved, and they do different things throughout the year to engage their members and their employees.
Yeah, they certainly do. And they come out and help and, again, fill in the blanks on some of those volunteer opportunities. So how many businesses like NuMark help you out? I'm sure you could use more.
Oh, gosh, we could use unlimited, especially the need is increasing. But we've got about 26,000 donors that support the mission, and many being our corporate partners like NuMark. And so those folks, it's really a great opportunity to not only showcase their partnership in supporting a cause that directly benefits the community in which they work and live, but also engages their employees. And so it's just a great opportunity. We have people that come to volunteer with their employees or different organizations and then stay after for lunch or a party. Some people host their holiday parties and tie it into a volunteer experience at one of our distribution centers.
Yeah. We're going to talk in a little bit about what that volunteer experience looks like, but I kind of want to circle back and you talked about how many different people you serve, 90 million meals in the last year alone, which I can't even wrap my head around. So on a day-to-day basis, what is the average day like for the food bank?
Well, there are so many different puzzle pieces that coming in to get into that. We actually ended the year at over 93 million meals, which is just hard, like you said, to wrap our brains around. But that was nearly a 5% increase from last year. And our pantries are asking for more food still. So we are working to build new and stronger relationships with the food donors, while also being cost effective when we're purchasing our food so that we can be fiscally responsible. And so there are just so many things that go into getting the food to our 13 counties and our 900 partners that distribute this food to the neighbors. And so we have over 200 food bank employees and 20,000 unduplicated volunteers that work every single day to receive, pack, organize, and put out on the trucks the food so it goes throughout our 13 county service area and to all the partnered feeding sites. And over last year, our volunteers donated over 150,000 hours to help us achieve that mission. So that's equivalent to about 74 full-time team members who are helping from our 4 distribution centers and our mobile feeding sites.
That's crazy. Thank God for volunteers.
Yes, we would not be able to do what we do without them. That is for sure.
No, you mentioned a couple of times volunteer experience. What are some of the different things people can actually do? I mean, give money, yes, but in terms of coming to see you or helping, what are some of those things?
At one of our distribution centers, we are a huge warehouse. And so how we work is we source the food and funds from all the various manufacturers and retailers and the government and the farms, and the food comes to us. And so our volunteers who visit our distribution centers are repackaging those food items into more manageable bags or boxes that will then be stored in the warehouse and then distributed to our food pantries and soup kitchens and senior homes and schools. And so the volunteers that come to us, they're resorting food and getting it out. We also have mobile markets or mobile feeding sites where we will go out into the community with a truck and we set up shop, and it's kind of a grocery store situation out somewhere in the public. And that's another volunteer opportunity. It's also another way for a company, an organization, or a group to sponsor and to help serve the neighbors in that way. And then we have our child nutrition programs, which is kind of wrapping up for the summer. And those are different spots that we go to, different parks throughout the different communities that we serve. And we just feed whoever's there. Whoever needs it, whoever wants to come up and get a meal can come up and grab a lunch or a snack from us.
Unbelievable.
And so those also have volunteer opportunities.
Tiffany King, Special Events and Promotions Manager with Northern Illinois Food Bank, joining us here this morning on the NuMark Credit Union Money Talk radio show. Tiff, you've been leading some exciting events. Tell us more about what is coming up. I
am gearing up for our 27th annual Hunger Scramble golf outing that is taking place August 18th, and it's at White Eagle Golf Club in Naperville. There are still some spots open for that one. It is a really fun day out on the course, let alone being a beautiful course. And it's 27 holes. We have some spots open if you are interested in golfing. But this year, we are excited to add another event to the same day, same location, a pickleball tournament. And everyone seems to be loving pickleball these days, and so we're getting on that. And White Eagle has a brand new pickleball facility and a pro there to help lead those that want to participate. all levels welcome. And although they're considered two separate events, we will come together at the end of the event for the awards reception and kind of a little party reception afterwards to celebrate all the good that we did and all the fun that we had on the course and on the court.
Love it. I love the pickleball aspect of that, too. That's so cool. And White Eagle's a great place. You're right. They did put up an awesome facility up there for sure. For sure. Anything else in the fall coming up people need to know about?
Yeah, I mean, our special events, they're just a fun way to engage our donors and our supporters. We have 4 of them. So aside from golf and pickleball, we host an afternoon tea in March, and that is at the Abington in Glen Ellen. And then we have our 5K, 10K, and fun run at Cantini Park in May. And then also in May, we have a tasting event in Oak Brook. And so all of those are available and open for participation, and you can find more information on the food bank website for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tiffany, when you say you go out and you distribute food to people that just need a meal, how does that plan work? Where do you go? We've heard of food deserts, and we know Joliet and our area is one of those. How do you decide where to go?
We rely on our partners to help us determine the best spots along with different community members. So we might work alongside a food pantry or a township to determine the highest need, and we would determine a park based on that. And so a lot of support comes from the food pantry that might be in that local community, and they will help us get the word out to the neighbors who might be there.
Very important. Yeah, we have a lot. Well, as you know, in Joliet, we have got a lot of different food banks, and they all need help. No question about it. So $1, because I saw this on your website, $1 can help provide $8 worth of groceries. So how can people get involved today?
Very simple. So the donation, like you said, it makes such an impact. Even the smallest gift, a gift of any size, will make an impact for our neighbors. And so the donation is something that we can take and stretch to a much larger scale and increase the impact that way. We also invite your listeners to visit our distribution centers, see what we're all about, and volunteer with us. There are more than 1,300 openings for volunteers every single week. And so that's about 40 different shifts at our distribution centers in Rockford and Lake Forest and Geneva or Joliet, or the off-site grocery distribution sites. And so please just visit us and check out the different opportunities. You can register right on our website for a volunteer shift, and it can just be as an individual or a group.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have to come with a big group.
No, absolutely not. And you just have to be 8 and older. So even the kids can come.
Okay. Before we wrap up, and thank you so much, Tiffany, for joining us this morning, do you have a story or a moment that really captures the essence and the heart of your work at the Northern Illinois Food Bank?
Oh, gosh. Well, there have been so many inspiring stories from our neighbors over the years. But since I've been gearing up for school, a new school year with my kids, Leah's story is one that is coming to top of my mind. When we think about our child nutrition programs, often we're thinking about those K through 12 students, and we sometimes forget about the kids and students beyond that. Mm-hmm. But we've learned that many college students report facing multiple instances where they ate less than they needed, or they've skipped meals just entirely because they couldn't afford food. And so we met Leah. She is a 21-year-old elementary education major at NIU, Northern Illinois University, who she's navigating the demands of college life while also facing multiple medical issues and also some financial challenges. So on top of taking the classes, Leah, she works on cars to help others on campus.
Wow.
And she makes ends meet. She goes thrifting at Goodwill. But she learned about the Husky Food Pantry, which is part of the Northern Illinois Food Bank network, from a community advisor in the dorms. And so she's really done the work to spread the word to other students who might need help. And so she was willing to share her story with us just because of the impact that the pantry has made on her life. She is a triplet, actually, and her mom is in heart failure. So her family is just really struggling to make ends meet, with her dad working multiple jobs and kids in college. And so she just has really expressed how grateful she is for the support that she's received from the Husky Pantry. And now she volunteers there. She tries to pay it forward as much as possible.
Jeez, what a person.
And so, yeah, so when many students are struggling, that even though they may not even show it, and so we might not know the story behind all these folks. And so her story is just another reason why, our work and the help of the community is so important. You're affecting lives of kids, all the way to adults,
Makes it a little bit easier to get up and go to work every day, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You got it. Tiffany, thank you. If people need to get a hold of you, just go to the website and find your contact information there.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And it's www.solvehungertoday.org.
You got it. Solvehungertoday.org. Tiffany King, Special Events Promotions Manager, Northern Illinois Food Bank. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Scott. Have a great one.
All right, it's 9:25. Wow, there's a lot there. Very important stuff. Very, very important stuff. I know for 99% of you listening right now, you want a meal, you go get a meal. It's that easy. Got the money, got the support, got a cabinet full of food, got a refrigerator full of food, more than likely. But for some of you out there, it's not that easy. Find out more about the Northern Illinois Food Bank. And thanks to our friends at NuMark Credit Union for helping out that organization as well. We talk to Tiffany every year, if not once, twice, about different things. And it's all because of their generosity and their partnership with NuMark Credit Union. I have a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark Credit Union. Would you like to win it? Of course you would. How many meals within 3 million? How many meals did the Northern Illinois Food Bank provide last year, and their partner agencies provide last year? 815-254-7300, 815-254-7300. If you don't know and you're going to guess, go big because it's a big number. Hi, good morning. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, this is Sue Polisel.
Hello, Sue. Where are you calling from today, Sue?
Rockdale.
Rockdale. Sue, how many meals within 3 million?
93 million.
Yeah, you got it on the nose. Exactly. I can't even imagine 93 million meals.
Can't imagine 93 million anything.
That is, yeah, exactly right. That is nuts. All right, Sue, well, congratulations. You've got a $25 Visa gift card, and it's going to be at the location, the NuMark location at Six Corners in Crestillo. I'm sure you're aware of that is.
Yep, that's where I belong.
All right. Well, you good. It's good that a member won the money today. Stop in, show them your ID, and pick up your prize, okay?
Okay, thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Sue. We appreciate that. And thanks also to our friends at NuMark Credit Union. And they want to remind you that school is almost here, the new year. That means more extracurriculars, carpooling. It might be time for a new car, right? To keep up with it all. Let NuMark Credit Union help you with an auto loan and rates as low as 5.25 APR, or refinance your loan so you can do more with your money this back-to-school season. Stop by your nearest NuMark branch or visit NuMarkCU.org to learn more. That's NuMarkCU.org.